How's it going, everyone? I am Meteorologist Kylie Bearse. Hope you are having a wonderful Monday afternoon. We made it through the weekend, start of a new work week, and yes, we have snow on the way, which is all anyone wants to talk to me about. So before we get to the snow that's coming, let's start with the snow that already fell in southwestern Colorado. I don't know if we have anyone who's joining us from southwestern Colorado, but man, you guys were the big winners. Check it out, Wolf Creek ski area. 23 inches in 48 hours. Picked up 20 inches at Silverton. Purgatory saw 16 inches. Telluride got 9 inches, and Snowmass got about 7 inches. So pretty good. Not bad for a weekend, especially given the season that we've had so far. All right, when we look at HD Doppler, you can see that storm system now making its way through the Midwest, and we've got more on tap. You can see it kind of turning and moving in. I wish I had like a pointer here that I could show you, but it's moving in from the southwest. And so we'll see that kind of fill in with moisture as we go throughout tonight and then into tomorrow as well. So with HD Doppler right now, I just want to give you a couple of snow totals. Looks like we lost one, but you get the idea. Kit Carson saw an inch of snow up near Burlington. They saw about 3 inches of snow. There is still snow falling over the eastern plains. We've still got a winter weather advisory in effect for when we're looking at the eastern plains and then out across the border into Kansas as well. So just keep that in mind. It's not going to last for too much longer. Most of it expires at about 2 p.m. As we're looking at the Front Range, we're so close to the snow. Yet so far. I'm looking outside of my apartment here in Denver and we've got blue skies. And when you're looking off to the east, you can see all of that cloud cover, same thing to the west. So we've got a little pocket of sunshine right up and down I-25 from Highlands Ranch all the way up near Fort Collins, but that won't last for too much longer. Right now, that snow is quiet in the high country. I'm seeing just a few spots with some light snow shower activity along I-70 near Rifle and Aspen. All right, let's take a look at the timing here. First with that statewide view, we've got a little push coming through tonight for the Front Range, but then that moisture really expands as we get into tomorrow. Again, coming in from the south, and as we get into Wednesday, this storm system clears out pretty fast. So how much snow are we talking here? Let's go ahead and fast forward to Tuesday evening, and this is just one model. This is the GFS, but I just wanted to give you a general idea statewide. We're looking at about 1 to 4, maybe up toward 5 inches for most of our mountains, and then when we're looking at the Front Range, those numbers, we'll give you those in just a second. But first, I do want to take a second and talk about the avalanche danger. I don't know exactly what number we're up to for deaths, but it's already higher than what we had last year, which is not good. So southwestern Colorado, we've got an avalanche watch in effect for tomorrow. Here's the deal. We had a pretty unstable base. We didn't get a lot of snow consistently for November and December, and really most of this month as well. And then we got nearly 2 feet on top of that, and we're going to add a couple more inches for tomorrow. So when you have that really big unstable layer on top of what was already pretty unstable, but then becomes compacted, it can slide very easily. So that's what we're dealing with here. If you want to be in the backcountry, which I don't recommend with conditions like this, but you've got to make sure that you are completely trained in avalanche safety. You've got all the right equipment. It's so important. Or just stay in bounds at the resorts. They do such a good job of keeping you safe. I heard an avalanche bomb going off on a ski lift the other day, and I nearly jumped off. It was so loud, but it's because they're doing great work. All right, let's take a zoomed in look at the Front Range, because I know a lot of you are going to have questions about when is the snow coming and how much is my town going to see. So here we go. Take a look at the map, identify your town, and let's go. As we get into later on this evening, right around the dinner hour, I think we'll start to see that snow filling in. Heavier snow is going to fall down toward Highlands Ranch, Castle Rock, Parker, and toward the Palmer Divide. We'll get a little bit of a break overnight, some off and on flurries as we're going through the overnight hours. This particular model run is showing a heavier what word am I looking for? Oh, guys, Monday afternoon. Just completely lost what I was looking at. So this is showing the heavier snow. We'll just change it up. Heavier snow in the morning with the lighter snow in the afternoon. I actually think that might be even opposite with some heavier snow as we're looking throughout the day on Tuesday and getting into Tuesday afternoon. But with that, just keep in mind, off and on snow on Tuesday. At times, it'll be heavy with some accumulating snow in there as well. All right, so the big question, how much snow am I going to get? Well, just depends on where you are. Our heaviest totals are going to be into our foothills, especially when we're looking south and west of the Denver metro area. Golden, Evergreen through Conifer, all expecting about 2 to 5 inches of snow. When we get down toward Highlands Ranch, Parker, Littleton, Castle Rock, 2 to 4 inches there. Denver metro on north up I-25 into Fort Collins, 1 to 3 inches of snow. Now, as you go east of I-25, those numbers are going to drop off pretty quickly, just depending on where you are. We could see some heavier bands set up, but it'll just really depend. Some of you could get nothing, some could get a couple of inches. Oh, look at that. We're back to current conditions. Live look on Loveland ski area this afternoon. And then temps right now are in the 30s for today. That's about where we're going to land. We're not going to get much warmer. Overnight, it's going to be a chilly one, down to about 15 degrees. Tomorrow morning could certainly be a difficult one on the roads, which I know hasn't been as big of an issue since so many people are working remote and working from home. But if you've got that option, if your boss says, hey, you can take that option, tomorrow might just be a good one, just so you don't have to deal with it. Even if CDOT does the best job, at least then you don't have to worry about it. All right, tomorrow it's going to be even cooler, 27 degrees. And yes, that is a mistake in Greeley. I will change that after the show here. 7 degrees is not the high temperature. It's likely 27 degrees. All right, let's look at your 7-day forecast. We've got another cold one on tap for Wednesday morning. But then once that storm system clears out, we're going to warm pretty quickly throughout the rest of the work week. Mid-50s by Thursday, Friday at 60 degrees, and then a relatively seasonal look as we're looking ahead toward the weekend. All right, guys, I'm going to do my best to answer some questions for you. So the way that I've got it on my Facebook, it might only show me the latest 4. So let's go ahead and see. Oh, everyone's just asking for how much, where they live. Well, we'll go ahead and you can actually check out that snow map online too. We're going to put it there, but we can show it at the end. But Berthoud Pass, we're asking about DIA. So let's just go ahead, since that seems to be the big question everyone is asking. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my map again. And then if Jerry wouldn't mind, that is our awesome director behind the scenes, putting that back up there so that everyone can take another look. So as we're getting up over those passes, we're looking in that like 4 to 8 inch range. So just depending on where you are, but if you're heading to Winter Park, that's probably why you're asking. But here's a look, DIA. DIA is going to be on the lower end of things when we're talking about the snow totals because they are so far east of I-25. Trina's asking, when should we expect the snow to start flying? All right, I'll go ahead and, since we're already on the graphics, show you guys again. So as we get into right about dinner hour, that's when I think we'll start to see some of that light snow moving in to the front range. We'll get a little push tonight, and then again when we're looking at tomorrow. So off and on light snow showers through the overnight, mainly after that sun goes down. And then this particular model run is showing the biggest push of moisture in the morning. But I think that we're actually looking at most of it in the afternoon. But when models conflict like that, one will end up being right, one will end up being wrong. So just know that off and on snow is expected throughout the day tomorrow. Matthew's asking, why is DIA used so much for records? Well, it's not just DIA, actually. It's pretty much airports across the country. And one of the big reasons is it's just an easy place to constantly be taking the temperature and be taking those records every day because they already do that for air traffic control, for making sure that they can get planes out and whatnot. So it's already being done at airports all across the country. And then since airports typically don't move a whole lot, I know we moved from Stapleton to DIA, that's a whole other issue. Since they typically stay there for decades, it puts us in a pretty good situation to get those records. So it's not DIA, it's pretty much anywhere across the country. It's not ideal, especially since DIA in particular is so far away from the rest of the Denver metro area that sometimes their totals don't actually represent what the rest of us saw, but that is officially where those records go. All right. Wolf Creek, they'll pick up another like 3 to 4 or 5 inches, but they just picked up 23 inches. It was pretty remarkable. I wonder if I click on this, if I can see more. Let's give it a try. There we go. All right, see if I can see any more of your questions. I don't know why during the noon show my computer likes to slow down significantly, or I should say right after the noon show. It's always fine when we're on air. It's not showing me any more comments. Let's try something else. Vicky's saying it feels like 17 degrees here in Grand Island. Would rather be back in, I was like, Grand Island? Oh, okay, got it. In, I believe that's New England. Would rather be back in Lakewood, Colorado for winter. I mean, Colorado is the best place to be in the winter. I absolutely love it. All right, well, it looks like I got to as many questions as I could see. Sorry, I could only see the most recent 4, but we'll be back on air again today at 4 o'clock. I believe you get the wonderful Kathy Sabin. If not, it's the wonderful Danielle Grant. So they will be here to fill you in on the latest. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more agreement from some of those models on the timing for tomorrow's snow and when we'll see the heaviest snow coming down. But thanks all for joining me. Oh, Any, of course, Nebraska. Sorry, Trina. I was just thinking about the Northeast. Okay, well, you all have a wonderful rest of your Monday, and I hope you enjoy the snow tomorrow. Stay safe.